Hi guys, so a member of our tribe sent me this message, and in this message she was asking me about a particular seed that a herbalist was advertising, and was asking me if it was dangerous or if it was safe. Just general questions, as you can see from the screenshots. Okay, now you could also see from the screenshots that the content is hidden from useful herbs. That means that whoever made that post had actually blocked useful herbs, and I was not surprised. Anyway, but the reason why I'm doing this video is to make a couple of things clear. When you see something on a herbalist page and you come and bring it to my attention and want my opinion on that herb, it's something that I can't really do, because it's expected that the person that posted that is supposed to be able to advise you on the herb or whatever it is they are selling. You are not supposed to go and start asking another herbalist questions. And it's been a long time since I did this, but I've decided I wasn't going to be doing it anymore. That is, you come and you ask my opinion about something another herbalist posted. Ask that herbalist for the information you need, or do your own research, because here is the problem with that. Not everybody practices that herbal medicine the same way, or even the right way. There are so many issues that come to play in this kind of thing. I'll give you several examples so you can understand me. Let's say somebody comes and sees a herbalist selling something. Let me use this as an example. African mahogany. And the person sees it. And these are things that people come and ask me. And when I say I don't want to comment on it, some of them feel that I'm being a little bit difficult, but it goes deeper than that. Let's say somebody came and saw a herbalist post African mahogany, and the person comes and says, "Oh doctor, tell me all the benefits and if it's safe and everything." You're supposed to ask that person, not me. Why? Because while the person is posting African mahogany, you are not sure exactly what herb it is. It might not even be African mahogany. It might be a different herb entirely, or it might be a herb that is a related species but not exactly the same as what the person is saying it is. And you cannot blame some people, because it all boils down to the rigor they put into their herbal medicine. Do they do all the necessary things they are supposed to do? For instance, plant identification. Do they go that far, or do they just check ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT what is African mahogany in Yoruba? It will tell them it's Ogoro. They will take that and run with it and go to the local markets. When they get to the local market, they will procure African mahogany that they do not know the exact species, because there are at least 4 or 5 different species in Nigeria, and each of them have their medicinal properties. However, the local herbalists cannot differentiate between the 2 species. So one can think they're getting African mahogany because they asked ChatGPT and he told them it is Kaya senegalensis. But if you ask ChatGPT the same thing about another species of Kaya, it will tell you it's the same Ogoro. So when somebody who is a herbalist posts something like that, and you take it and come and meet me and start asking me questions about it, it's difficult for me to comment, because I'm not the one that got that herb. I did not procure it. I did not identify it. I did not process it in the proper way that will retain its medicinal properties. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for me to now be commenting on it is not okay. That's 1. 2, if I comment on it and I say yes, it's safe, go and use it based on what I know about a particular plant being safe. What about if the herbalist selling it went and got a plant that is similar but not exactly the same? So when you now ingest it and it has a toxic effect on you, and there is maybe some legal repercussions because you want to sue, the first person you are going to call on is me, because you will say I was the one that told you it was safe. You see the pitfall? Because if I told you it was safe based on what I know of a particular plant, but the person that sold it to you does not even know the actual plant, did not get the actual plant, but got something similar that is toxic, that's how I'm going to be roped into a mess that has nothing to do with me. So you see why I don't want to be commenting on such things. There was once it happened some years ago, and this is why I took that decision. Somebody also came with that same a similar inquiry, and she said, oh, doctor, is this safe? I said, as far as I know, this plant is safe. She ran with it, went and got it from that herbalist. I started having reactions. And then she came up to me. I thought you said it was safe. I'm not the one that made it. I'm not the one that processed it. Go and meet the herbalist. But I trusted you to tell me the truth, you see? But I did tell the truth. The problem is, how was that plant processed? How was it prepared? Was it done in the proper way? All those things I don't have any control over. So that's why I made the decision that I was not going to be commenting on such things. If you bring such an inquiry to me, I'll tell you to go and meet the person that made it. Because if you don't trust the person, why are you coming to me? And for me, anything I don't do, I cannot vouch for it. But as far as anything that I am producing is concerned, I'm 100% involved in the production. I can vouch for my products, but I cannot vouch for any other herbalist products. So that's why I decline such inquiries. But if you're asking me about one of my products, I'll be more than happy to educate you about it. But you see other people's products, please don't bring them to me. And don't be upset if I say I don't want to comment on it. Because I'm not there where they are manufacturing the product. I'm not there with looking at the way they are doing it, if they are making it in a safe manner, or if they even got the right species or the right subspecies, or they did the proper extraction, or they processed that plant in such a way as to retain its medicinal properties, or they processed it in such a way as to remove its toxic effects. So that's why I don't like commenting on such things. Okay, it is protecting my brand from any negativity that isn't even my problem. But because I just want to get involved in everybody's business, no. I have my own business I'm doing. They have theirs. If you have questions about their products, go and ask them. Let them convince you as to whether that herb or product is safe. Don't bring it to me. Because if I have an opinion about it and something they did to it was done wrong and something bad happens, you rope me into the mess.